guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Friday. Happy Friday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is starting out wonderfully. I've been enjoying the season of sleeping in. For years, I would get up so early, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, just to get through my days because I had a lot to do. There was a lot of responsibility put on me, and it was all day. It was okay, and I did it. And I think now I thought, gosh, I sleep until 7:30. Sometimes like 7:45, 8 o'clock, and finally get moving for my day. And I'm like, it's so funny. And like the other day I was like, wow, I couldn't imagine getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get stuff done. No, that doesn't even sound fun. And it makes you think of all the ways that like God equips you for your season. I think of when I had babies and like the lack of sleep I got. I mean, I would literally just get 4 hours sleep. If I got 4 hours sleep, I was good to go. So I think of it now and I'm like, wow, for years that's all I did. And now I'm like, it's nice sleeping in and waking up and doing your thing. Like every morning I get up and go and take Maxine for a walk. We get our morning walk in each morning and come back and I sit and read my Bible and have coffee. Today I had the pistachio creamer. That's really good in there, by the way. So I haven't had that yet. So it's just relaxing and good. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go make some food today because we're gonna have to eat. So we are down. Like I'm down. I feel like I'm down. I did shopping. I did do shopping a few weeks ago, but it was more just to kind of. It's crazy because it was just more of refrigerator stuff and like enough to get us through. But we're still using so much that we have in our pantry. Isn't that crazy? I think I still spent what, $500 on that haul. But it makes me go, wow, but I don't have to go shopping this week. I'm still eating. We're still eating. There's still food. Nobody's starving. Our dinner last night was not cared for. I rarely make a meal that nobody likes. And that was one we did not like. We did not like the lemon pepper chicken. Did not like it. And I don't know if it's because of the chicken thighs or what, but no one liked it. That was a fail. The truffle noodles, they did not like the flavor of the truffle sauce, which is interesting because I know I made it before and they're like, we really like it. No one liked it, so that was out. And the cottage cheese, no more cottage cheese from Sam's Club. That's the one they do not like. Remember I said it's either Sam's Club or Walmart, and I couldn't remember which one is going to be good. I think it's Breakstone is the Sam's Club maybe. They said it's like creamy and like sweeter, so they didn't like that one either. So that's okay. Like, you know what? We're not a win-win every single meal, but it's good to know I will never buy chicken thighs again. Yay. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I got rid of the rest of the truffle sauce. It was just a little container. It's good. You know what? Fail is okay. They said the bread was amazing, so I'm like, hey, winner. I like the sweet potatoes and I like the veggies. So I said tonight we'll have something different. I mean, we ate it. Everybody ate with their part, but it wasn't like, oh, it's our favorite. So I'm like, that's okay. It's quite all right. So we just know not to go that route anymore. So today I'm going to make foods for the weekend. I know everybody's going to love because it's a lot of gathering, a lot of the same stuff that we have had. And so again, I'm using things up. That is my goal, is to go through and use things up. I feel like I want to empty this freezer and I keep going in there. I'm like, there's more, there's still more. So it just never ends, but that's okay. That's quite all right. We are using up food and not having to go shopping. So it doesn't make for exciting, lots of meal prep things, but it's using what you have and using that instead of going shopping. So I've got a little bit of a list today of things to make for the weekend. I don't feel like the last few weekends I've made meals. I did for the entire weekend, but like last weekend it was like ham. So like we just ate that the whole weekend and then end up having ramen. So it'll be good to have meals for the whole weekend. That's my goal. And get some desserts in there. Gather things up, gonna get creative all kinds of ways. So you guys ready for a great Friday? I am ready for a good Friday. I want to get our meals done because I want to get our school. Usually we do 4 days of school. Sorry, I'm chatting away. 4 days of school and we take 1 day off. Well, this week we took a day off because we were running on Wednesday, so we're gonna do school today. So it'll be good to get my work done. I want to sit and do my school with the kids. We're watching the Cheaper by the Dozen movie, so I want to finish that up, the old one, and then get our school papers done and be finished for the day. Get a walk in and just enjoy and get ready for the weekend. So that is my goal, is to quickly get my meals done. Let's see how fast we can go. It's 9 o'clock right now, and that's the time I'm starting. We'll see how it rolls. So I'm ready for a great day. Let's go. Okay, my favorite thing right here is this little stand that holds my stuff. I love that. I am so glad I got that. That is something. Remember, I got the one that was wood that I didn't really love because it was $20, and I'm like, oh, the extra $10, do I want to get the nicer one? I am glad I got the nicer one. The other one, I just didn't like the way it looked. This was 30, and I do like this one a whole lot better. So it is nice having everything there, not sitting on my counter, not worried about getting wet from somebody spilling water from the sink. So it's good. Okay, it is not a Gather Your Fragment Friday without the infamous bean donuts. I know, roll your eyes, say, whatever. But you know what? We like it, and it's good. I don't feel bad making for my kids. So make yourself some bean donuts. I'm okay with that. It's like one of those good things. Change your flavor up, do something different. They just like chocolate, so I'm gonna do chocolate. I have a lot of chocolate. I was just thinking, I've got those wafers. I'll probably melt the wafers for the chocolate instead of chocolate chips. We'll see what I have. So we've been doing this recipe forever. It is a staple from a Christian girls camp in the area that we lived. Lauren went there and worked, and so she brought the recipe home. We make it. It's good. I don't know, people kind of roll their, some roll their eyes at it and say it's bad, but you know what? It's easy and it's delicious, so I'm like, why knock it? It's that recipe that just is good. I don't mind it. So it comes from our cookbook. Mine even has a smear on the page because we make this so often. So I'm using 1 cup of garbanzo beans. And the reason why I'm making it is because I found this in my freezer, and I'm like, I still have more. So I'm gonna make some of this. Put it in your blender. We use 3/4 cup. It says unsweetened almond milk. I have sweetened. 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 cup of sugar. Blend that together. We're gonna blend that, and then we're gonna come over here and we'll mix it all together. My favorite is when you're making the recipe and you make the wrong one. So I'm staring at my cookbook open here, and I'm looking at this one, adding the baking soda and baking powder that recipe requires. And I'm like, wow, that seems like a lot. It's because I was looking at the wrong one. So I've added probably double of baking soda and baking powder. I will let you know if it turns out bad or not. It's all good. It's my chocolate I'm learning in my microwave. It's not like my other microwave where it was bigger and had a chocolate setting. This is like just a small, high-powered one, so sometimes the chocolate burns. You gotta be careful. So I'm learning to let it cook, do its thing just for a few minutes, and then when it's not even completely melted, take it out and just keep stirring it, and then it gets melted. So this is a mixture of a package of chocolate chips, because I'm doing ×3, and some of the melting chocolate discs, the wafers, because we have a lot of those. So this is perfect. And then I'm gonna put the liquid bean mixture in here and flour, and then put it in a piping bag and put it in my donut pan. The reason why I'm using this is just because I have one of my viewers, it's been years, it's been a few years, I know it's been a few years. She bought me these, I still have them, and we still use them. So I have the one that you can rinse out, and that one of my viewers got for pancakes, great thing, but I still have a lot of these. So I'm gonna use these up still, and then I can make these, they're good. And then as I'm making stuff, I'm like having ideas. I'm like, I looked in my cookbook and I was like, ooh, caramel corn. I can make caramel corn. I haven't made that in a long time. I have all those ingredients, but I'm like, and then I was going through and I'm like, I can make cinnamon rolls for breakfast this weekend. And I'm like, okay, make a list. So those will be probably next week if I don't go plan something else. But there's a lot that you can come up with to make and cook just by like getting creative, looking through cookbooks and finding things, like a simple chocolate cake. We made the Twinkie cake and the ho-ho cake. I've made the Twinkies, but I haven't made the ho-ho cake. It was delicious. Everybody loved it. I'm like, it's just a simple cake to make. So just get creative with what you have. That's the key to everything. Then you don't have to go shopping and buy things. Okay, let's mix this and put it in here. I didn't want to cut the next bag because it like wants to, fall out. So I just put those last 2 spoons, first batch in. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna start, my next dessert is gonna be a double chocolate crumble bars. These are very good. Basically, it's like a little cookie on the bottom, soft though, and the inside is marshmallow, and the top is a Rice Krispie and chocolate mixture. It's really good. The kids love it. We're gonna make it this weekend because we were supposed to go to a little party gathering for the girls, but it ended up getting canceled. So I'm just gonna mix this up. It's a half a cup of butter, 3/4 cup of sugar. You're gonna add 2 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla, 3/4 cup of flour, and a half cup of chopped pecans, 2 tablespoons of cocoa, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Instead of pecans, I'm using almonds because I'm using up what I do have. And oh, that works good. I was just thinking there's gotta be a place for my cookbook. I'm putting it on my holder here. So just mix this up in the bowl. Now I put it in my lasagna pan because I want to be able to cover it with plastic wrap. Normally I put it like in a jelly roll pan, and I do cover it with plastic wrap that way, but it'll be just down inside, and then we can just cover it a little bit easier. So that's gonna go in the oven and bake for about 10 minutes. Donuts are almost done, and let's move on to something else. Today's gonna be a little experiment day. Hard-boiled eggs. You know that I have this, what is wrong with the hard-boiled eggs? Not peeling. When I had my pressure cooker, I feel like they peeled a little bit better, but there were times that they didn't peel perfectly. So I can't say, yeah, it works every time, because it doesn't. I don't know. And I know older eggs work better, blah, blah, blah. My last batch of older eggs were really old, and they did not peel nicely. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try, I think it's all about the ice after, and how cold it gets after it's heated, like cooked. That's my theory. I don't know if I'm right or not. And I feel like I can't get it that cold here. I do have a lot more ice today. So what I'm gonna do is I was gonna end up making a small amount, but I'm gonna do a bigger amount, and then we can make egg salad this weekend. I'm going to put them in water. Someone said, please, I think it's Alex's username, I'm pretty sure. It's like, please use baking soda and try it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put cold water in here, cover it with that, put some baking soda in it, let it come to a boil, do its thing, shut it off, let it cook for, I think it's, somebody said 6 minutes, I'm gonna say about 8 minutes. And then what I'm gonna do is bring it over, put as much ice and water and let it sit. And then if it still can't get that cold, I might put it even in the refrigerator. It's all about getting that cold, I think. So then I'm gonna try peeling it with the baking soda and see how it does. So we're gonna put this to the test. So I'm gonna put some cold water in here, and they said baking soda. So I'm assuming like a tablespoon. Let's see. Someone said peel your, like, there we go. If you like pierce your egg a little bit, I don't know. We're gonna try something here. We got a cover on the stove. Okay, it's funny. That's not like cold water, it's warm water. We're gonna put the lid over here. We're gonna get these going away, work on something else. Those aren't done yet. Let those cook for a minute. Let's see what else we're gonna start in today. Jello. I found 2 packages of Jello. I'm not sure why I bought the orange Jello. Maybe just to make little Jello cups. My kids like Jello. They do. So once in a while, I don't mind making it. So I'm just gonna put this in the bowl here, stir it up. I've got little glass cups. I'm gonna put it in. Easy. Some like stuff added to it. My kids just like plain Jello. They're simple. I think my wrapper got ripped in there. I think I did. Let me get a spoon here. So stir this, and then just till it dissolves. I feel like there's a wrapper somewhere. I'll have to see. And then add your cold water, and then I'm gonna get my little cups down, pour it in there. Just another quick grab snack that's fun, that they like. Okay, this is a dish that's gonna require 0 work, just adding water to it. This is a freezer meal. Jambalaya, it just says add 2 cups of water. That's it, very simple. I'm gonna put this in my pot on my stove here, add water, let it come to a boil, and let it simmer to absorb it, and that's gonna be a meal for the weekend. one of those freezer meals you could just put in your slow cooker and let it cook for the weekend. I am gonna just be done with it. I don't want to do any more cooking. I'm gonna put it in containers and then just grab and go for the weekend. So my eggs have come to a boil, so I shut them off and I set a timer for 10 minutes. We'll see how they cook. Donuts are softer, way softer. I know I added a little bit more liquid, but we'll see. They're more like cakey. So I gotta let them sit for a little bit till I start pulling them out, otherwise they're gonna break apart. So let's see what else we can mix up right now. So I've got about 4 minutes and then I need to get my eggs cooled. So I'm gonna wash these dishes in the sink. All right, here's our testing on the eggs. Eggs are done. I'm gonna put them over here, rinse them out. Drain out the hot water, try to put some cold water and get some ice and let it sit. We'll see how that works. Okay, we'll see how those go. They're gonna sit there. I just put ice on them with just a little bit of water on the end, the bottom. We'll see how they do. That's all we can do. All we can do is try. The donuts, next batch is in, and my double chocolate crumble is done. So all you can do is put a package of marshmallows on top. I'm gonna put it back in the oven about 3 minutes till it's all kind of fluffy and melty. So the next dish I'm going to do is tonight is going to be pesto tortellini and spaghetti. I've already got pesto tortellini from the freezer. This is one of our last of the freezer meals. I think I made the other one with two different paper and a bit of paper. I'm just going to let these bake in the oven. That'll be dinner tonight, but not everybody can do that and they like spaghetti. So I said I'd redeem myself after yesterday's flop of a meal. So I'm going to make spaghetti. Easy. Boil the noodles. I've got 2 containers here. I was debating if these were tomato sauce or already seasoned because I didn't mark them, but that's okay. I was gonna make some soup, tomato soup, and so I was going to see if one of those were it, but I've got canned stuff. I don't mind doing that because we'll have to make some more sauce. So I'm just gonna put the meatballs on the stove to heat up. I'm gonna add some garlic, onion, and Italian seasoning, let them heat up, and then I will put them in a big dish pan with the sauce and add some noodles. It's easy and delicious. For the double chocolate crumble, the top coating is a cup of peanut butter and, 1 cup of chocolate chips, gathering fragments. Using a little bit that I have left here. Peanut butter, I don't know if, I thought we had 2 small containers. Then there was a big one. I used the big one all up and I'm like, is there 2 small containers somewhere? So I made a list, like, are we out of peanut butter? Which was weird. I'm gonna add melted chocolate because we're using it up. So I'm gonna use that as part of my 1 cup. I'm okay with that. We're gathering fragments. I've got all my big pots going. I'm like, okay, do I have any more pots? So I'm gonna make some sauce. So I've got this, not sure. It looks like, it might be pizza sauce. I don't know, it's something. I'll just flavor it, it'll be good. Another big one here. And then I just opened the refrigerator and I have this. This I'm pretty sure is tomato paste. So this will work out. We'll just add some water to it. This you can usually tell, it's a lot thicker. So we'll put this in here, add some water and heat it up. My double chocolate crumble came out of the oven. If it was on the top rack, it would get a little bit browner, but it didn't because it's underneath the donuts. Now this chocolate and peanut butter mixture has melted. Pretty much, I'm gonna add 6 cups of Rice Krispie cereal to it, and then we're gonna kind of spread it on top of bars and let it cool. It's yummy. So you just let that cool and it'll get hard with time. This is a good thing. So we're keep moving along. I just took my last of the bean donuts out. I've got my pesto tortellini in the oven so it bakes. And then we're gonna work on the spaghetti next. I think actually, you know what? My eggs feel cool. Let's try the eggs out. All right, real life, do you mind if there's dishes in the sink? I'm just going to peel them. Let's just peel one, see how it goes. You can't judge a whole pan of eggs by one because they can all peel differently. It seems like it wants to stick, but let me peel some more and we'll see. Okay, so that egg theory, I don't know about it. I got maybe 4 or 5 out of all of those. That turned out pretty good, but not all of them. So I don't know about the freezing cold baking soda method, but it worked. So now the kids are down here, they want a smoothie. So what I'm gonna get creative here. We have a lot of chocolate ice cream. Remember the Tillamook I bought at the discount store? Probably won't buy a bunch like last time because not everybody loves it. They ate some, but it's just like random chocolate. So I'm gonna put these in the blender with some of our almond milk and we're gonna make like a chocolate milkshake to have with their snack this morning because I think we just have to use it up. Good? The girls got eggs made for everybody. I made some toast here with the homemade bread from yesterday. Very good. The jambalaya is done right here. This will get covered in the refrigerator for a meal this weekend. And the meatballs are done and I put the noodles over top, so I'm gonna make a sauce. So here it's just boiling. So if it tastes, just add some seasoning, some salt, or like the Italian seasoning, garlic, onion. I'm gonna add 2 cans of petite diced tomatoes just to give it a little bit more tomato because I have a big can of it here. Okay, so I tried to mix in that little bowl, way too small. So I just got the big mixer put in here. I'm gonna put it in here and cover it. That's gonna be delicious, easy. Spaghetti, they love it. Greg and Jensen will probably eat most of this for the entire weekend because there's not much jambalaya, so I have a lot of access of this and I know none of it will go to waste. The kids are doing chores. They all love the chocolate milkshake. They said that was great. So I have more chocolate ice cream. I will be making more to use that up over the next few days. It's a good way. They did not like chocolate and that's quite all right. So what I'm gonna do now is we got, they had eggs, they have the shake. They're doing all their chores right now. So I'm gonna get moving, make more so I can stop and do some lunch. I was hoping to get all my food done before, but it didn't happen. And that's okay. Just do what you can do. I was in my cookbook. I did find my recipe for cornbread. I just have it under sweet cornbread, not cornbread. That was why I could not find it. Quite all right. Lunch is going to be grilled cheese and tomato soup, something they've been asking for the last couple of days. I'm like, today would be a good day to do that. So I'm just gonna, it's in here, kid-friendly tomato soup. You basically combine flour, sugar, baking soda, 2 tablespoons of flour, a tablespoon of sugar, 1/8 a teaspoon of baking soda, and then you just mix it up with 2 cups of milk and make a paste. And then we're gonna add a can of tomato sauce, and so the tomato sauce I have is tomato paste. So I'm just gonna add that and just a little bit more milk to make it a little bit, to stretch a little bit more, and then we'll make grilled cheese right over here. Everybody's learning their new chores, things like clean out the dryer vent. I used to, when people are thinking of chores for like their younger kids, like even though my kids are older, things like clean the dryer vent out. So if somebody doesn't remember to do that every single time, if I put on the list to clean out twice a week, it gets done, which is good. And then we got dusting and dishes and all the chores, laundry, all those good things. I'm gonna try to get this done so we can sit down and do our school. So I'm gonna make a grilled cheese here. I'm just gonna turn on this middle one. I'm just gonna put the butter on here and spread it on to make it easier. This is real fluffy. It's like fluffy. I must have added a little too much baking soda. That's okay. I'm trying to get done because I know we have things to do today. So I'm just gonna go like this and put my bread on and make sandwiches. I feel like I'm throwing the last little bit together just because I want to get done. The sun is out. I just want to get outside in the sunshine. We will. So what I've got over here, this grilled cheese, it takes a while for that thing to heat up. And then over here I've got water boiling. I'm going to make mac and cheese. I already have the dairy-free in there left over, so I'm not going to make more. I threw some hot dogs in a pan, put those in the oven so those can cook. I'm going to make my bean donut glaze and then dip them. And I think the only thing I'm doing is a salad, and that I can do while we're doing our school. So I'm just gonna come right here and mix this together in here, and then we'll be doing our donuts. Okay, we're getting things done. I'm like, okay, the dishes are all put away, kitchen's getting cleaned up. Last thing is make a thing of mac and cheese. Usually I put it in my pan to bake it, but I'm gonna mix it all up first. I'm gonna add a container of canned cheddar cheese, because that's what I have. I've got some shredded, some milk, and like a little block of Colby in here until it's all warm and melted, and then I'll put it in my casserole dish, put it and cover it, put it in the refrigerator, and then we'll have that with little hot dogs for dinner this weekend. So my food is done for the day. I feel like I was gonna make a few more things, but you know, I wanna be done because we wanna focus on other things. So the only thing I was gonna make is a salad for tonight, but we are gonna be busy this afternoon, and then kids are leaving. They're all gonna be gone tonight. I think I have one here, that's it. So I can just whip together a small salad for them. That's no big deal, I can make it this weekend. So for dinner tonight is going to be pesto tortellini and spaghetti meatballs. I was gonna throw homemade bread together, that didn't happen, but that can be tomorrow, and then the salad, and that's fine. We've got veggies in there as well. And then for lunch days, sandwiches and soup. I totally thought I shut the sandwiches off, I did not, so they burned. So scrape it off with the butter knife, that worked. So we'll have that for lunch. And then here is creamy, ooey gooey mac and cheese. So this will be perfect. I'm just kind of making sure it's nice and mixed up. We will have that with these mini hot dogs right here. You good? Yeah. So we'll have the mac and cheese with hot dogs this weekend, and then we also have some dairy-free stuff in the refrigerator, and then I also have sweet potatoes in the refrigerator, and we still have some chicken salad, and we've got those bean donuts, so I just gotta dip those and put those down, and we've got the double chocolate crumbles. So we're gonna have a good meals for the weekend. Like I said, we're in and out with the kids, so I don't have to worry about making anything, but food is done, completed, so we can eat. So now, finishing up, I'm gonna go to school with the kids. We're gonna get that focused on, get some walking in because the sun is out. Can you see that bright sun? It's gonna be a nice day, and enjoy the rest of our evening. So you have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you again tomorrow for Abundantly Blessed, and if not, I'll see you on Monday for another video. All right, gather those fragments, use up what you got, save yourself some money. All right, see you Monday. Bye.